black light on the house once again. This is willpower 3, and the reason why I'm talking about willpower, because actually willpower and soul power closely related, but you had this before. You had a brain, a body, nose, eyes, ears, and all like that. See, you had a self-determinating desire to reach a certain spot. Now that lifespan, that when you was a sperm, we don't hardly recognize that. Now we don't hardly remember how it was when we were something else, a sperm. Now we don't remember that. Roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the stream of your mother's birth canal. We don't understand that process, but we know that it was a lot of other sperms coming out of Pop's penis, but only very few of you, and now we only one that made it. And I say that was willpower, a combination of desire, determination, and we carry this through our birth and through our toddler years. We had this willpower, and it can be circumvented with those that will is not strong. They have a weak willpower. Like you take those that are being bullied by bullies, and we mostly see that on social media and in the school systems. Children get bullied and they end up killing themselves. You know, they had a weak will. They were weak-willed, because it's really a sin to check out like that. The universe don't want you to check out like that. And that's when you go back to those sperms. When you start swimming with the rest of your sperm brothers and sisters, and some kind of way they got eliminated and you made it. Well, every day is a rebirth. Every second is a rebirth. With every breath you take, it's a rebirth. And if you got strong willpower, you might be around for a minute. But if you are weak as far as your willpower is concerned, you might not be around. Now, the Caucasian, you could say he has a strong will. His will is to master us and our gods. Brothers is talking about we gods. But yet still we are being mastered and programmed by someone that we start saying was the devil. Now this was mentioned when Master Farad pulled Elijah Muhammad's coattail to the fact that the Caucasian is the devil, and he's grafted from us, see. And he was put here to master us. But his time is up. And he won't be destroyed or neutralized or put off the planet until we have a thorough knowledge of self. We don't have a thorough, the masses of black people don't have a thorough knowledge of self. Some of those teachings they never heard of before. Then you got these new school brothers. I'm not gonna mention their name, the young ones. Black Power, the House of Conscience, and all those, confusing the situation. You know, defusing the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And you got a lot of brothers, you know, they don't want to recognize the fact that the white man is the devil. And you got a lot of blacks that don't want to separate themselves from, you know, the Caucasian. It's highly unlikely at this stage of the game that even if we have a knowledge of ourselves, that we are not going to separate ourselves. But due to the simple reason that our will to be born again has dissipated. Our will to be born again, we don't have that desire. We don't have that drive no more, or that willpower no more. For one, a lot of us have allowed ourselves to be fooled into thinking that if we get dunked in some water, you know, that we are reborn and baptized, you know, into the blood of the Lamb and Jesus and all like that. And we think that Jesus is going to come back again and set the record straight. No, Jesus is a frame of consciousness. And if you study the story of Jesus, the Pharisees, he was really battling the Pharisees and Caesar. He was trying to wake the people up that they were children of God. And he said he was God. When you see me, you see the Father. And the people were actually being bullied by the Romans. And the Pharisees helped the Romans bully them, which is a sin. So the Romans came over there, marched over there, Jerusalem and Bethlehem and all those occupied territories by the Romans. And they controlled all that. They took out income tax, commerce, and all like that. And the people let them do it. And they were beaten down and lost recognition of who God really was. So by them being like that, that means the Romans became their God. The Pharisees were the flunkies of the Romans. And Jesus called them out, called the Pharisees out, called them a lie. and the devil. Same way it's happening now. We're being bullied. You know, a lot of people didn't want Trump in, but he kind of bullied his way in. And, you know, he's bullying the Mexicans, and you know, so you know it's gonna be a conflict. You know it's gonna be fireworks behind this, all because we don't have the will no more. The will to do for self, the will to fight back. So this is Black Light talking about willpower. Black Light out.